Almagus is raiding with a party. Oh boy. I hope your raids went well. Almagus, thank you so much for the raid and the host. I appreciate that. And welcome everybody to Seeker of Mana 100%, where we try to get basically as much as we can. Glitchless though. Which means there's one thing we can't get, and that is a maximized sword. Because you need to use a glitch to get that one. Either way, welcome everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We are currently farming Pure Land's equipment. We need to get 3 items out of the Pure Lands. A Griffin helmet, which is what we are trying to go for right now. We need an imp ring from the ghost and a dragon ring from the ice ducks. We actually already did acquire the last item that I haven't listed yet, that I forget the name of. We've already got the Watcher ring from the eggplant man. The plan is to get all the spells up to level 8.99 and subsequently also get all the weapons up to 8.99 except the sword, because you can't get the sword up to 8.99 without using a glitch in order to get the mana sword early. So we need a rare drop from a chest. So the chests are a 1 in 16 chance to drop, and the rare drops are 7 in 64. Basically just slightly over 10%. You have a question. Have you played Final Fantasy VII Original on stream? No, I've never even played Final Fantasy VII further than... well, anywhere really. I have never really played Final Fantasy VII. That's the short version, I guess. There is chest number 5 from the Griffin dudes. Let's see. Hey Northrex, welcome. Doing quite fine, thank you. How are you doing today? Chocolate, 1 fit. Let's see. There's another question. What did you think of the remake soundtrack? You made yourself play the game with the new soundtrack when you played through it to really give it a chance. I personally really like the remake soundtrack as music, but I don't think it's good background music for a game, if that makes sense. So the short version is, I really like a lot of the remix music pieces. I think they're really well done. However, the catch about them is, to me, that while they are really good music, they demand too much attention. Like, they are, in a sense, too strong, too much of a presence for me. And I want to just sit and listen to them rather than having them as background pieces in a game. That's just kind of my impression of the remake soundtrack. I really like it overall. Here's 3 of Might and Magic. Nice. Happy New Year! Indeed. So this is basically a marathon stream where I'm trying to go on until we're done, which is likely going to take more than 20 hours, unless I get ridiculously lucky. Actually, even if we get ridiculously lucky, it's still going to take like at least 16 hours. because that's the nature of trying to farm up the spell and weapon levels. Okay, level 7 magics. At this rate we might best last year's time. I mean, always possible. Until it isn't anymore. Like, unironically. A lot of luck is required in order to go fast, but last year's time was really lucky. So it's rather difficult to beat. Possible, but difficult. But looks like 2 Earth Slides actually will do the trick to knock out the Griffin hands here. You're having a deja vu just now. Last year you were in the same chair watching a different version of this run. Well, why not? I hope you're enjoying the run. I hope you have a good time. I think I ended up only killing the bottom 2 Griffin hands in the end. Then again, I feel like this is actually more efficient with just 2 Earth Slides. So this might just be my strategy to go fast in the end after all. I was thinking I was gonna use more of the lady's like critical hit chance and spells, but I don't think that's all that necessary. The downside is of course going to be once Earth Slide maxes out at level 8, it's not gonna be as efficient anymore. So I may want to just cast other spells instead, just to make sure I don't effectively don't lose on spell levels. Also, while I'm not caring about the ladies and the boys' attacks doing this, I should actually just start leveling up the ladies' spells at this point. So I should have her just cast spells in some capacity. Preferably stuff that's useful. Oh, right. Just need more MP for it though. But we have plenty of fairy walnuts, so that works quite fine. So I think I want to have her cast Prowly buff spell on the boy, that way we can go... something like this, where the lady is going to cast just in between. What do we want to level? I think I want to level Lumina as a priority. Oh, they didn't die this time. Good evening, Flare Star, and welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think this is reasonably efficient. With the exception of sometimes the Griffin hand somehow surviving. Oh, there's another chest. Let's see what we got in there. Chest number 6 from the Griffin hand. And it is... chocolate. That won't fit in there. Okay, continuing the same deal. Too much chocolate. Yep. Oh, chest number 7. Hello, more chocolate. We should use some chocolate. Oh, another chest. Okay, analyzer, and importantly, you get some chocolate, you get some chocolate. Oh wait, I gave the boy chocolate twice. You get some chocolate and you get some chocolate. Why? Kind of would be a waste to not just eat the chocolate sometime. Chocolate, hooray. Actually, I'm just gonna drop some MP from them. Hey Zestus, welcome! Hello, hope you're doing well. Did I absorb MP? I did absorb MP, good. Oh, roll a d20. Let luck be on your side. Okay, give me just a second. Initiating the spellcast. Where's my d20? Over there! 17! I think that's pretty good. Lady needs more MP. By the way, it is 50 spell cost to get from level 7 to level 8 in a magic school. Oops, I did not mean to magic absorb everything. But Lucid Barrier reached level 2, so that's nice. Oh wow, that guy's not even that up there yet. Also, we are level 60. 60. The lady actually gets some additional weapon experience in there with that physical attack, which is kind of neat. Chest number 8. Let's see what we got. Chocolate! Hooray! Just number 9. That was quick to get the next one. More chocolate. Yeah, that's fine. Not what I meant to do, but we need to level up Analyzer at some point as well, so this is fine. Oh. What is he trying to get? From these enemies I need a rare drop that is named the Griffin helmet in order to complete my requirement for my definition of 100%. So this is a rare drop, which means we need to get a chest, which is a 1 in 16 chance from each enemy we defeat. And then we need to get a 7 in 64 chance to get a rare item out of the chest. Hey Thalfon, welcome! Thank you, I hope you have a nice day as well. Happy New Year to some more people at this point. The place where it is New Year is moving closer and closer in from the east. So that's a thing. Honk. Okay, I think we finally reached the place where we are now at level 8. No, that is Griffin chest number 10. More chocolate. Nom 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 nom. Hello and welcome. Let's see real quick, just to confirm, this is... No, it's actually still level 7 Earthlight. It was Lumina that leveled up. Oh, wave wave. I do mostly need both of my hands. Alright, I'm just gonna wave and roll a d20. Twilight rolled a 16. And I'm gonna continue waving while I'm just waiting on the items to potentially drop. Wave wave. Actually, I have barely any time to wave in between these two spellcasts here. The most time I have to wave is right here, waiting. Oh. Wait a second. Oh no, the maximum level is level 7 for spells. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was level 8 now. Either way, chest number 11. So basically it doesn't matter which spell I use anyways. Except that I could use Shade. But I'm pretty sure this is actually really nice and efficient for killing these enemies here anyways. And the lady's still getting experience for spell levels. Okay, I was wondering, shouldn't we level up Gnome sometime? Like, I know it is 50 spellcasts, but we probably have 50 spellcasts by now. Yeah. For some reason I thought it was level 8 now. Guess you're done earlier? No, the level 9 will 8 and 8.99 will just come in the Mana Fortress. Oh, you mean done with this element here? Yeah, I suppose. It's just there's not a whole lot of things else to do. Like, we have 7 on everything except for Luna and Shade. Luna will just naturally come due to the nature of it. And Shade, I kinda plan on just exterminating Terminators. Oops. Like, I could try to use physical attacks, I guess, to level up weapons. That is not the worst idea, but we are still getting experience here, and it's probably faster to do it this way around anyways. The lady has no more MP remaining, so we actually have to go and restock on fairy walnuts. So we'll do that. Rumparade. Oh. We need 1 MP for the lady here. We do have 1 MP. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, please make sure to hide your shoes, hide your wallet, hide your food, hide your sandwich, hide anything that remotely smells or could be interpreted or looks like food, because the Rabbi Rump Parade has arrived. We're just gonna rump everything. Nom 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 nom. No beer for the rabbit. I bet the beer. I bet the beer likes the rabbits. Rabbits can eat anything. I would be very surprised if they were drunk for more than 10 minutes. Okay, we actually have leveled up everything. Jersin, Happy New Year. Jersin, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime Gaming. Welcome back to you for 14 months. I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Soundtrack is too good. Yeah, I really like the soundtrack. Especially, this is one of the best tracks here in Kakara as well. So, another good reason to come here. Remember when we didn't have enough money to buy stuff? An hour ago? Yeah. We have a little bit more now. Just a little. We have nothing to buy with, except for fairy walnuts. Welcome back. What level does the boy have actually for this axe? Did you max out the axe already? Nope, axe can still go slightly further. I was gonna be very impressed. Dragon Dart is almost maxed out. Jeez. Well, we are leveling up stuff, so it does make sense that way. But it does make sense to focus on individual weapons to begin with. So here we are. Okay. You go small, you go small. You make sure that you don't die. Okay. Alrighty, welcome back to the Pure Lands. We have 13 Griffin chests so far. Slightly below expected value, but at the same time we got way quicker rare drops before, so I'm not gonna complain. There's just variance in this. Welcome to you, the Boondog. Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you have a good time. Lumina level 4. Actually gonna start working on this instead. Start working on Gnome so we can have petrification weapons for longer. Oh, you didn't get knocked out. 20 damage actually did the trick. I just went up there and punched it with the little sprite. Rare drops are a scam? Only if you're either unlucky or just don't try for long enough. But it can definitely feel that way. I just throw rocks at these guys until we win. You spent like 20 hours trying to get the orb drops at the last dungeon and got none. Oof. That's pretty extreme. What is worth noting is you have to defeat the correct enemies for the orb drops. Like the specific enemies that have rare drop chance for the orbs. What I didn't know as a kid is, I knew you could get orb drops in the Mana Fortress, but I didn't realize that you had to specifically kill certain enemies for specific drops. So it just kept killing enemies, and if you just kill random enemies rather than specific ones for the orbs that you don't have yet, your chance is gonna be a lot lower than it should be. Oh, by the way, question. What is your favorite border for the text boxes? Because I guess we could change that up too. Oh. Meant to not use this one. Peanut butter? It's not Earthbound though. I do love that they just kind of named them after, like, well, strawberry, peanut butter and stuff like that in Earthbound. It's great. You like this one? Easy to read. That's fair. Chest number 15. Or is it 14? I'm terrible at counting. Chocolate won't fit. Come on, boy. Let's see, what do we have? I think as a kid I always loved using this one because it looked so fancy. with this background here. Suddenly it looks very different up there. I'm so not used to this. Oh, that's a lot. Actually, the other one let me see more, so... I actually like this one just purely on the basis that I can see more. You personally hate pattern backgrounds. I don't have an option for no pattern background though. Best you can get is stripes, I suppose. Or cross pattern. I mainly choose this background here because it's the most solid of the bunch. Like the most one color. Just number 16, probably. Could be 15. Yeah, you can change the background separately. There's the Griffin helmet. Nice! Just have to change the window background color. Just in case you're curious. I just think it's fun to think that way. I'm not superstitious in the least, actually. I know too much about statistics for that. But it's still fun. Alrighty. Next up. We already maxed this one out. Actually, this is the time where... Lady, I need... this, and this is where you train for your whole life. Petrification weapons. So now we're gonna hunt some ghosts. Actually, no, we're gonna hunt some Sahagins. Because there is one ghost in that room. We could also just have run around in this area here, just keep one-shotting enemies. Because there is Griffin foot, there is Sahagins. Both of these we can one-shot via petrification weapons. Well, maybe not all the time though. Also, I heard a thing earlier, didn't I? Maybe not. Oh, by the way, this is actually the final headgear for the boy, because you can get the cockatrice cap now, because that prevents petrification, which actually is kind of a big deal. Even if you're max level with best equipment, the Master Ninja can still critically one-shot you with the petrification weapon, unless you have this cap equipped, which prevents petrification. Save your game, sure. I don't know why I ended up just knocking that one out as well. A Hagen. Oh, we actually could farm this room here. There's a ghost easy accessible and the Hagens as well. I like this room actually for this. I'm gonna do this. I've never farmed in here. I think this has a lot of potential. Except if the ghost is of course gonna be in the wall, then that would be less than ideal, but I guess I'm gonna check it out. Let's see what happens if I come up here. Oh. Yeah, as long as the ghost doesn't move, it's fine. Ow. Like, get out of the way there. You guys missed. You only get one chance to hit. Yeah, I like this room actually. Chance for a ghost, chance for a hacking, both ways. Better than the other room actually. The other room I actually have to walk quite a while until I get in the range of any ghosts. Now we just hope for the ghost rare drop first, because then we can go to the Zahagin at the end. Ghosts make the cutest sounds. There. Oh, chest number 3 from the ghosts, I think. And we get Royal Jam that won't fit. That ice slug up there is just like, maybe if I don't move they don't see me. And it's actually true. AI control characters didn't see him. He was not close enough. Happy New Year! Hey Ireland! Welcome back for quite a long time actually, 45 months. Well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. How are you doing today? Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. You can heal? I actually didn't know that. Actually, they're gonna one-shot it before I can absorb MP. I need to give you a different weapon. Let's see. Javelin is fine. That way you can actually attack from a range. That's actually way more efficient this way. That ghost used your own strategy against you. Well, unfortunately for the ghost, my damage took priority after it got hit. So it didn't quite work out as well. I'm gonna give you a whip actually at this point. If only AI control cactus were a bit smarter about targeting stuff that they can actually hit. Because they try to hit the ghost, which they can't hit, over the statue, which they can hit, but they just don't know the statue is there. It's the ice duck that actually casts the water thingy. Alright, ghost chest number 4, I think. Before we get even an ice duck chest, that's kind of unlikely. But I don't mind, good luck. Royal Jam, 1 fit. Oh well. Fair enough. Oh, there is that first ice duck chest. In this session anyways. I think that ice duck chest number 2? Haven't had many. Isn't the first one. More Royal Jam that won't fit. Oh, another chest. Ghost chest number 5. Royal Jam, 1 fit. So many wasted spells for us right now at this point. Oh well. Which actually kind of tells me that I shouldn't have worried about the basilisk. And that kind of efficiency. Actually, kinda curious. Ice Thug. What's your chest rate? I thought all the chest rates aside from Rabbite is the exact same. Chest rate 4 and runs. Right? So Ghost should be the same. Yep, same chest rate, 1 in 16. I'm just kind of fascinated that we ended up getting more so far, if you will. I'm just... maybe I shouldn't ignore that guy. Maybe I should try the door on the right side, but then the AI control cactus will start attacking the ghost straight up instead. Which might not be terribly desirable either. Okay, so Hagen chest number, let's say 3. This game any good? Kinda depends actually, honestly. I really like this game, this is my favorite game. But it's one of these games that, if you try to look at it objectively, I would say Secret of Mana did not age particularly well. If you look at games like Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI, there is still a lot of value in these games in terms of just kind of straight up mechanic, gameplay, story, setup, art, etc. Secret of Mana is a bit... maybe a bit too janky, a bit too loose. I still really like it, I think it can still be quite enjoyable. But mechanics-wise, it is kind of janky, honestly. I like it. But I have heard of numerous people who play Secret of Mana later in their life for the first time that didn't quite, well, interest them as much. And I think that is a perfectly fine assessment. Happy New Year, Blazin'. Romp romp. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Yes, that is stream. Well, there's constantly a few frames dropped here and there, unfortunately. I am up to 23,458 frames dropped now. I am making a local recording, so that will hopefully be without the frame drops. But, well, not really anything you can do about that, I'm sorry. Secret of Mana Co-op is still a great couch experience. I do agree. It's not a whole lot of games that allow you to just kind of directly, simultaneously go on an adventure like this. That might not be true anymore, but I can't really think of too many. Is it New Year for me yet? No. 29 minutes until it is New Year's. Soon, TM. You love Secret of Mana Co-op? You and your sister played as kids? Yeah, same here. Me with my sisters, my neighbors, my friends. Definitely recommend it. But it's also one of these games where I feel like a few people might have too much rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia on their head. Because it definitely is quite janky. Although simultaneously, for me personally, I kind of like it a bit more because of it. that makes sense. Because I'm just so familiar with the jankiness, honestly. Your nostalgia for this is not your solo playthrough, it's waiting for your friends to visit so you could progress together. Nice. Yeah, I definitely have similar sentiments about that. I would always just kind of try... do you want to play with me? You want to play with me? Yep. Same here. Also, by the way, that was chest number 5 for Hagens, I think. Co-op wasn't that great since you ended up always playing spellcaster, and well, your friends playing melee complained that they could not do anything since you were chaining spells all the time. I mean, yeah. That is also where my original idea came from, of playing through the game without using offensive spells, like I did that as a kid. Where we decided, you know what, we're just not going to use offensive spells, we can play healing spells, that's fine. So in a sense, Secret of Mana is the first game where I ever did some form of challenge run. But it was more to just enhance the gameplay experience, because having one person just menu all the time, probably not that much fun. I mean, it does help that one of my favorite things to do was just charging up the spear to the maximum level. And then just unleashing the spear attack. Because that looked fun. Oh, just off the ghost number, I lost count. Probably 6 or something. Oh! We got the Imp's Ring. Nice. Imp's Ring acquired. Now we just need the Dragon Ring and we are done with the Pure Lands. Pretty good progress. Yeah, max spear level is satisfying. Actually, personally, I always like the level 7 spear. So when I figured out that level 8 spear does not look as cool in my opinion as level 7, I always just only charged up to level 7 and then unleashed the attack instead. It worked for me. Oh yeah, the sprite still doesn't have proper armor, that's right. Always love the glove attacks. The glove attacks are really good too, I agree. Alright, so here is where we just tried to kill all the Sahagins in order to get the least interesting item of the Pure Lands, actually. Because it is just defense. It's good defense, but it doesn't have any interesting stats attached to it. The Imp's Ring gives you like some status resistances, the other ring gives you some other resistances. The Dragon Ring is just defense, which is useful. It's not as interesting. Come on. Oh wait, I always go to the right side here. And this is the screen where we're gonna do the thing. This is where the Sahagins live. Don't do that. That's kind of mean. There's no multiplayer at all for Trials of Mana Remake. Yeah, which is the biggest shame. Because one of the biggest appeals to me was the multiplayer aspect, to go on an adventure with a friend. I love doing that. Oh, chest number 6 of these guys. Let's see what we get. Royal Jam, won't fit. Wonder whether it's more efficient to enter the screen from above. Meow. There's a ghost here. Maybe the previous areas might be better. Ah, that's pretty good. Actually, I should definitely have equipped the sprite with the axe a while ago. Just so the sprite would actually get some more weapon experience, because I'm pretty sure the sprite is lagging behind quite a bit. Royal Gem, won't fit. Also, I didn't even check, but I assume my agility is high enough to escape all the traps. 75, yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, the highest trap agility you need is 72. So we are basically in the territory where I no longer have to analyze the chests. That one's pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can actually, okay. You can stay up there, I guess, that's fine. Oh, it's a 1 pixel thing. That's annoying. Hello? Oh! I didn't realize you could go behind the trigger. I just learned something new about this screen. Not terribly exciting, but hey. I'm behind the screen transition trigger, by the way. Kinda funny. I have to walk up in order to go down. Also, I'd like to point out that the boy just one-shots these guys without even the petrification weapon. And we get more royal gem that won't fit. Oh, I didn't check for the chest. Because of their eyes and lips, you always thought of those clowns as those ghosts as clown ghosts. I mean, they are clown ghosts, right? Because yes, that's exactly my impression of them too. They look like clowns. But definitely clown ghosts. Maybe, if you wanna stay more in lore, considering where they appear all the time near the Sahagins, those might just be Sahagin ghosts. Because, I mean, Sahagins are kinda like clowns, so doesn't seem too far-fetched. So basically, the more Sahagins we defeat, the more clowns there are. Come on, there we go. Test number 8. Royal Jam, 1 fit. I actually want to scroll the screen up before I go kill the guy on the right. That way we avoid the ghosts spawning. Prevent the ghosts from spawning. We can easily get outside here. All clowns are robots, but not all robots are clowns. Okay. Last fairy walnut for the lady. Ah, I messed up again. Mostly fine. You guess my bags are already royally jammed. Suppose. Oh yeah, moon energy is maxed out now. Where are you trying to jam those royals, though? In a bag. Like Nebby. Get in a bag. You do wonder what royal jam tastes like. Probably like honey. If I were to guess. Because it looks a lot like honey. And it was called honey in the German version. Royal jam is actually something you can buy, and it doesn't taste like honey at all. Oh. Really? Okay. Oh, by the way, fun fact about elemental weapons. They don't actually deal they do not actually deal elemental damage. They just increase your base damage very slightly. So you deal slightly more damage with a weapon enchant than if you didn't. But the element doesn't matter. In fact, unless the weapon enchant has a secondary effect, you might as well just not use that one at all. So, for example, the only reason why you would ever use the lightning weapon enchant is because you like purple weapons. I guess it does have an effect if you like purple. But basically, lightning, or wind I guess, those are the two weapons that effectively don't do anything. That fixed in the remake? Actually, yes. It doesn't give you a full benefit of having elemental advantage, but it gives you like a a bit of a boost to your current element. The Seeker of Mana randomizer also has, I think, a similar, if not the same fix. Do the elemental upgrades help with chest drops, or are you just using them to level up? Basically, Petrification Weapon here actually does have an effect. If I petrify an enemy, it removes half of their current HP, and then it deals the damage. So effectively, if I petrify one of the Sahagins, I only need to deal half as much damage in order to one-shot them. So if the critical hit is not enough, the petrification critical hit easily could be enough. The petrification does have that effect. Just number, I don't know, 8? I don't remember. Royal Gem. And yes, 100% in this case is defined as maxing out everything as we can. As long as we don't use glitches for it. That does include all the weapons up to 8.99 except the sword, because you can't level up the sword without using glitches. Yeah, level 99 you actually relatively easily acquire while trying to look for the weapons, usually. Like, that is one of the least concerns. It's not uncommon that you gain max level before you find all the weapon orbs in the Mana Fortress, I would say. Although, I did in fact find all the weapon orbs before level 99 in the last run, so definitely possible that way. But in the very first run I did, where I kept the boy dead, I actually, it took me so long to find all the weapon orbs that both the sprite and the lady were level 99 before I ever began leveling with the boy. Since in the first run I actually brought all the weapons up to 8.99, including the sword, which means I had to use the mana sword glitch for that. But this one is entirely glitchless, so we don't do that. Saves me probably like 7 hours. Since that is well, a tricky situation to try and work with because of how weapon leveling works. I actually kind of disagree, Badlockar. A lot of the things you need to consider is how many resources the teams are given. The resources do include experience. It definitely just felt like that the team behind Seeker of Mana Remake, they were not given enough experienced leads in order to make something useful in the given time frame and resources. That's just kind of my impression. I dare to say there are very, very few games in general, created ever, that don't have a lot of heart and soul put into them. It's just, some of them, it just didn't know any better. But next time they're gonna get better. That's just kind of my impression. And yes, that's actually an excellent point. The Seeker of Mana remake is faithful to a fault. They literally reused the same scripts they used in the original game and put a coat of paint on top of it. You literally can't get more faithful than that. But in a sense, it's the same discussion that you have when World of Warcraft Classic launch was announced. You're not going to have that classic experience anymore unless you actually change up how it was. If you recreate the classic experience one-to-one, it's not going to be the way it was, because the environment, everything around it changed. So you kind of have to adapt to the new environment too. They did fix a few things like Mech actually working, right? Well, they did fix how it behaves, like they changed how it behaves mostly entirely. Which made Mech actually one of the more terrifying bosses, to say the least. Alright, we don't have enough MP anymore to keep the lady's magic going, so we have to briefly get out of here, I think. One thing you've been noticing slash feeling a lot lately is how much Kingdom Hearts did what this game kind of wanted to be doing, but didn't have the tech for. I have not played enough Kingdom Hearts in order to make any comment about it, but sounds like an interesting way to look at it. Echoes of Mana will be released soon. I actually don't know anything about that. Fair. Like a three-person party action RPG stuff. I see. Kinda makes sense, yeah. Oh yeah, I did play a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. I do remember laughing that there's Goofy who uses a shield to just run into enemies. Goofy is my favorite. We are rich in the game, yes. Happy New Year, and I hope you enjoy your barbecue. Also, we're coming up on 8 hours. 8 hours is where we're going to take another break. Actually, 8 hours is where I'm going to take the first longer break. I wanna just continue, but I should take a longer break and get some food as well, because this is gonna be a long stream anyways. Also, hang on. I actually want to kill these clowns. You know, it's actually reasonably justified if we assume that the ghosts are clowns and the ghosts are ghosts of Sahagins. Calling the Sahagins clowns is actually reasonably appropriate. So, random thought. I would be entirely surprised if that didn't exist somewhere. Is there a universe, a series, a place where clown is just its own race? You know, there's a race of clowns in like some slapstick sci-fi or something. Because that sounds like something that would exist somewhere. Like you have the Wookiees and you have the humans and you have whatever else there might be. Then you have clowns. Ooh, chest. Did I recently save? I think I just saved? Now that you ask like that, I'm not entirely sure. Did I save? Ooh, chest number 11? 12? Rail jam, 1 fit. Okay. Real life, we're all clowns here. Right, but that's more of a subcategory traditionally. Clowning around. Pokemon, Mr. Mime. Okay. Fair. Killer clowns from outer space. I don't know anything about those. There's a famous post where someone wrote about a dream set in alternate universe where clowns are real. Curious. When this damn pandemic is over, hopefully sometime. And Valhart! Thank you. Thank you so much for 72 months of support. That's a crazy long time, dude. Welcome back. And I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. By the way, if anybody likes some nice and relaxed streams with somebody who's actually really good at games, make sure to check out Valhart. Highly recommend. You have to leave for a new year to arrive on TV. Okay, have fun and good luck to you. Actually, I think the new year arrives at the same time around here. You know what? That might be actually an excellent opportunity to just take a break for me as well. I briefly go wish my parents a happy new year. Maybe briefly call my sister or something like that. And actually, I don't know. She might be asleep or something. Kids are a lot of work. Yeah, I'm not gonna call. Probably just message. Yep. Am I going to get the Mana Sword Orb? No, actually I'm not. That is the thing that I will not be getting in this specific case, because I would need to use a glitch in order to get that one. This is specifically glitchless, which does make the run actually easier. Because if this was with glitches, then I would have to level up the sword to 8.99 as well. Alrighty, everybody, I wish you a happy new year. And I'm going to take a quick break, get up, stretch, walk around. I'm gonna eat a sandwich. I'm gonna be back in 10-15 minutes. That's the plan. And yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. And make sure you stay safe. Take good care of yourself, and if you could do me one favor. Be nice to yourself. That's all. Until later, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. To everyone. In the future, in the past. Yo. Whoops, I didn't mean to send that. Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you're having a good time and you're going to have an even better time. I think that would be nice. So, it's still break time. I'm going to take a break until, let's say, 8:10 on the timer. But in the meantime, I'm still here. If anybody has any questions, or anything you would like to say, it doesn't have to be related to the game or anything like that. Well, feel free to express if you'd like to. Happy 23864 to you too. How's the distant future? Good. Well, at this point I'm already in 24102. Unfortunately, the frame drops are advancing really fast. I'm just keeping track of how many it is. Hey, Happy New Year to you as well, Bregan, and welcome. Thank you very much. Happy 20 and 2 to you. That's right. 20 and 2 to you. Hey, Happy New Year to you as well, Ryok. And I hope you have a good time. For reference, for anybody who's confused about the Happy 20 and 2 to you too, the cactus names here are 20 and 2 because to you too. So I basically was just kind of thinking, oh, we can just write 2022. And then I didn't think about, then I wanted to have the lady be named 0. So 20, 0, and then I realized, or actually chat told me, then it's like, wait a second, there's a 0 too much in there. And naming her Ant instead just, kinda worked, I guess. MMXXII. You know, that actually would have worked pretty well. You could have had the boy named MM, the lady XX, and the sprite II. Happy 22s. That does have a nice ring to it, I do agree. Welcome to you as well, Profness. I hope you're doing well. By the way, if anybody would like to watch some interesting games being played that you don't necessarily see anywhere else, make sure to check out Prof Ness's channel. He was playing a Sega? Wait, I forgot the name of the thing. It's like a Japanese... It looked very interesting, I've never seen that one before. Princess Crown, right. Princess Crown is like a super detailed sprite-based adventure game with cooking? Reset. No. 2022. That kind of would have worked, except we only have 6 characters per name, so 20 wouldn't work. Well, the IE version. Sadly, the most obscure ones are done for the season, headed back to Chicago tomorrow. Ah, okay. Was interesting lurking there, to say the least. Sorry again about the names. I mean... It's fine. And hey, Happy New Year to you as well, Gobble Shobble Father. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you as well, GF, and Jerson, and anybody else. I hope I didn't miss too many. We're gonna continue in about 2 minutes, by the way, in case you're curious. Oh, I see. Well, best of luck with your trip then, to say the least. Ever played Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen, while trying to purposefully get the middle ethics ending? Evil endings and hero endings are everywhere, but not so much neutral. Interesting. Is that the Nintendo 64 one? Because I was recommended to play the Nintendo 64 one and skip the Super Nintendo one if I wanted to play Ogre Battle. Super Nintendo, I see. Alright. Alrighty everybody, I think it is time to continue. Well, 10 seconds. It had a PlayStation 1 port, but was SNES originally. Oh, interesting. Happy New Year! Oh, to you as well, Flare Star. All the best. And hopefully even better. Okay, we're continuing. I didn't really think of where I was, I'm just continuing somewhere. Hello, and welcome. Can't hear you because of all these fireworks? Well, I hope you enjoy those fireworks. More than I do, at least. That's the thing. Just number what, 14 or something? 13, 14, around that. And we get Royal Jam. Fireworks were not allowed to be sold this year. You have no idea how everybody has them. Well, those might be official ones, for all we know. I just prefer no fireworks for me, please. For anybody who may not know, I have a thing where I basically have audiophobia, and I'm terrified of loud sudden noises. Like, unironically, you can, if a kid plays with a balloon, like a air-filled balloon, and is just toying with it because, you know, kid playing, I'm going out of the room, dude. That's not for me. I don't know why, that's just how it is. And you know, for a long time I was like kind of smiling at people who, or like in video series where like the traditional thing is just a woman being afraid of mice or something like that. And I'm like, well, if they're as afraid of mice as I am of balloons when a kid plays with it, then that's just not fun. Or fireworks. Basically any loud sudden noise is just not for me. But I do hope you enjoy them, because there's a lot of them around. Because, I mean, it also looks pretty, so that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Well, hopefully nothing wrong with that, because fireworks. Live in Valencia, Spain. I see, that's a lot of fireworks. Sorry for bringing you an arcade. So here's the thing. Arcade is mostly fine. It is loud. I would like to have, like, earplugs for those too. But at the same time, it is not like the potential of loud sudden noise with unknown exact arrival date, if you know what I mean. That's kind of the catch about it. Like, if it's just loud, then it's probably as unpleasant as it is for any other person, for me, but if it is like the potential to be anytime within like 1 second and 20 minutes, then that uncertainty just kind of amplifies it. I was actually really happy to finally get to go to an arcade, to be honest, because it's just not really anything like that around here. So it was really fascinating. And basically the same case is for me for fireworks, because you can hear them going up, but you don't exactly know when they go boom, right? So the worst fireworks to me are the ones that intentionally make those like wee noises, and then know the boom is coming, but it's just that 2 seconds of uncertainty when exactly doesn't help. But hey, again, that's just me. So just don't bring balloons to my party, thank you. That's all I wanna say. Actually, I suppose balloons themselves are fine, just don't play with them. Domakun, thank you. Thank you so much for 13 months of support. That's more than a year. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well, Domakun. Thank you so much. You're healing that one? By the way, those Sahagins have a really high magic power to heal for literally max. Even though all the fireworks were banned in Germany, there sure are a lot of fireworks in Germany. Well, people like to hoard them, I suppose. Happy New Year, Anno. Thank you for dropping by. I wish you all the best in the new year too. Happy New Year! Nice. Right, Austria is just our neighbor around here. I actually started, speaking of Austria, I started 2 hours late for Australia, apparently. Which I wasn't quite aware, otherwise I might have started 2 hours earlier. Also, chest number... probably 15. It's in that ballpark. Royal Jam, won't fit. Happy New Year. Irun and Narkakuga. Hope you're all having a good time. Let's see. Are the calm lands the best place late game to grind levels? I imagine you mean the Pure Lands? In Seeker of Mana? No. The best level place to grind levels is literally just before the point of no return with the Dark Lich entryway. There's like a room in between before the Dark Lich appears. That one is the best room to grind. You basically go outside, kill the 3 enemies around, and then wait a little bit to have the 3 Terminators spawn. So kill those, and then you go back to reset. That's the best place to grind levels. Probably. I might be wrong about that. Just saying. I'm grinding out the rare drop equipment right here. This is the last piece of rare drop equipment we need in order to fulfill my definition of 100% category. What about quiet balloons if you use water instead of air? Ah, water balloons are perfectly fine. Water balloons are fun, actually. So yes, it is not the balloons themselves, it's water balloons. Like, the pop sound they make. I'm happy to play with water balloons. That works for me. Ooh, chest number, let's say 16. I'm just gonna continue counting here. Just checking in again. Not done. Nope, not yet. Welcome back. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you have a good time. I hope you enjoy your stay. And I hope you enjoy where you are. And you just brought us just number 17 properly. I'm terrible at counting. So that's that ballpark. Royal Jam. More food. Too much food everywhere. Apparently. Ooh, another chest. That's a quick one. Oh, you don't have enough MP. Thank you. Royal Jam. You haven't slept since last year, you're dead tired. Well then, I wish you good night, Vorlakar. I hope you rest well, and until next year. Wait, no. Actually, no, that doesn't work that way. I hope you have a good night. Take care. Trying to be clever, but I'm not. As usual. You haven't taken a shower since last year? Oh boy. Well, maybe it's time. I don't know. I always enjoy these silly... Oh! See you next year! Type things. We haven't eaten since last year. Jeez. And hey, Ravenite. Happy New Year to you as well. From here and everywhere, I think. Welcome. And I hope you have a good time. Ooh, another chest. Number 19. Let's see. Dragged ring. There we go. We have just acquired the last piece of the Pure Land's equipment. And with this, we are off to the Mana Fortress soon. And the final cutscene of this area. Very nice. Dragon Ring, as mentioned before, unfortunately doesn't have any special attributes or properties whatsoever. It just kinda looks interesting, I guess, because it is like a set of rings, like a spiral more than a ring, I suppose. So yeah, I suggest let's keep going now. We haven't defeated the blue dragon yet, so we need to do that still. Alrighty, we are leveled up quite significantly since last time we fought a boss, and let's put it this way. I just deal casual 319 damage with a physical attack. The sprite spells are going to deal basically max damage almost no matter what. Actually, the lady just did like 500 there. So yeah, bosses are not exactly much of a problem at this point anymore. Not even damage-wise. And good night. It's a Slinky, right. Oh, I like Slinky. There needs to be a JRPG where you play a dragon and try to prevent all the humans from killing you for your skills. That sounds like something that would exist. Alright, this is everything from the Pure Lands. I really like the music, but we have to move on at some point. Welcome to maxing out our sword, because up until now I haven't picked up a single chest with sword orbs, but at the end of this cutscene you will read sword power at maximum, or something like that. And that means I will have all the orbs for the sword and can just go straight up upgrade it if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I'm gonna keep it at level 2 until we need to grind up the weapon levels. That's the plan. Alright. So for reference, in terms of equipment, there is only one rare drop equipment piece that we need at this point. All the other equipment pieces are common drops from the chests of enemies that we want to defeat anyways. So, well. You too. Yep. Germans, thank you for the raid and the host, and welcome everybody. Welcome to Seeker of Mana 100% speedrun, I suppose, into the next year. I hope you have a most pleasant day so far. I hope you are doing well. And welcome to us just finishing up the Pure Lands. We have farmed 4 rare drops in Pure Lands. Now we are going to farm a lot more in the Mana Fortress. Hello. Welcome to you, Benevide and anybody else who might have joined us. I hope you have a good time. I hope you have a good start into the new year, whether that be now or in a few hours. take good care of yourself, stay hydrated, and if you'd like to, enjoy a comfy lurk. Where am I from? I'm from Switzerland. Having a tree for a mother would make me feel very awkward sending a paper card to her on Mother's Day. I mean, you can make paper out of other stuff than trees, right? That should be fine sometimes. Alrighty. Welcome to the end game. Very, very long end game. By the way, the run is expected to take about 20 plus hours, depending on how lucky we get with item drops. Yeah, we can upgrade one more weapon. How long is this run normally? Well, I can't really tell you about normally because I just literally run this once a year. But last run took me not quite 21 hours. And this is, I think, one of the first time I am more or less precisely replicating the rules of a previous run. Upgrading the boomerang to a shuriken. Fun fact, shuriken does have increased critical hit rate. So it's kind of a neat weapon for that. Last run was last year, actually, so both. I think was last year, right? Happy New Year, Andre. Welcome to the Mana Fortress. We just kill everything along the way. Well, at least that's the plan. Maybe they kill us along the way. And we knock down the bosses, and then we have free reign over trying to get a lot of rare drops. That's the plan. Is it a good plan? I don't know, actually. Maybe. So the boy actually... So here's the thing. I kind of missed checking out. I already maxed out the whip level. I should have switched it out earlier, so I kind of missed that opportunity. I'm gonna switch over to the claw at this point. I'm gonna give this... Actually, the sprite on the axe is probably still fine. The lady on the javelin is also still fine. So these guys don't have anything, but these guys here, do in fact have an item that we want. These are the Darkstalkers. They have the last rare drop equipment piece that I'm looking for. All of the other enemies at this point have rare drop or weapon orbs, except the Darkstalkers. They have the Thieves Glove that we still want. And then we have these guys here. These are definitely most annoying enemies to kill in the entire game. Because here we have Fiend's heads. And Fiend's Head, they have over 1000 HP, so no matter how strong my attack is, I will need at least 2 hits in order to defeat them. I think I should be able to pick them up. Alright, Darkstalker chest number 1. Chocolate, 1 fit. Actually, it's number 2, isn't it? So I think way earlier we got 1 more. Alrighty. Then here, these metal crabs here, they can drop us... on the boomerang orb? No, it's the bow orb. It's not the boomerang. The tsunamis drop us the whip-edged spear orbs. Hey Spritey, you go get the whip. At least we have a good soundtrack. Yeah, it's great. By the way, these chests, unfortunately, they don't have anything we need. So I take every single opportunity to try and defeat these Fiend Head enemies, because they have Axe Orbs, and we need 2 of them. Axe Orbs as well as Glove Orbs. You need 2 in order to be able to max out your weaponry. So quite unfortunate, I would say. Okay, lady, you go for the axe. Because we need to whack away these green things. The tsunamis I'm the least worried about getting the rare drop, because they multiply and replicate, and it's pretty easy to, well, just farm them for a while if necessary. They have a common drop that is the amulet ring, that we most likely will get right here. And there it is, we have acquired the amulet ring. The amulet ring, kind of like the dragon ring, doesn't do anything special, it's just higher defense. Beyond that, no interesting effects, unfortunately. Also, by the way, there's 1 national scar here, so if I didn't get the amulet helm, I could have technically gotten it here. But I think there's like 2 or 3 spawns in the entire Mana Fortress, and they are nowhere near a place where they could be easily reset. So it's not really that great to try and farm them in here. And Hellhounds don't have anything, or Heckhounds, I guess. Why are they called Heckhounds? Was that always the case? Did they change the name of these guys? Is this new? Or is this always the case? How long has Heck been a thing instead of Hell? SGRN, thank you for subscribing, I really appreciate that. Welcome to you, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Okay, I was trying to see whether there's any interesting enemy spawns right here, but I don't think there are. It has always been Heckhounds in the original, interesting. I'm probably just thinking of the German version, which doesn't care about that kind of censorship in that case. Because it's always been a weird one to me. Did I miss a thing? They were Heckhounds when you were playing as a kid. Alrighty. You never really played it all the way through, since back when it was new. Well, it's been a while. Maybe you still like the game. Maybe you just like the memories of it. And you know what? I think either way is quite fine. Bonk. Most of the enemies can't really deal too much damage to us, with some exceptions. These guys here hit like a truck still. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Anyway, we hit them once and use 2 spells in order to circumvent their invulnerability frames, because while they're in this getting hurt animation, you literally can't physically attack them, so you have to use magic. So I'm just going to start whacking away at the green things. I don't know what these green things even are. We do want to defeat both the Whimper as well as the crab over here. The Whimper has javelin orbs for us. The crabs, as mentioned before, does have bow orbs. Up here is some of the squeeties. Hi, bye. Marm, I believe they're called, and there's more tsunamis over here. Again, I'm not really caring about farming tsunamis. You loved it, but it was a little grindy if you wanted to max out? Absolutely, this game is very grindy if you want to max out. Then again, maybe you enjoy a good grind. Alrighty, so I'd like to point out that this Doom Sword up here is in the Mana Fortress. And it would be great if you could farm this one right here. But if you go into this room from above, it's just not there. And if it drops a chest over there, you can't do anything with it. I do not know why they did it this way. Either way, welcome to Buffy. We are over leveled, our spells are really strong. I do not think poor Buffy will stand a chance here. All those rupees from the Hooligan room in Link to the Past. It's a nice room, to say the least, if you need rupees. Especially in the vanilla game. Unless you know how to manipulate the tree poles, farming money in that game takes a while. Alright, Buffy. Now we are the Vampire Slayers. Yep. Beat Buffy up for all the PB pieces buff it has stolen. Done. Bring. I love the music in here. Alrighty, so in here we have to take a very specific path in order to... I messed up actually. There are 2 werewolves that we can spawn in this area here in particular. One is here, and the other one spawns here, if I do my movement correctly. And this is, to my knowledge, the best place to farm werewolves, if you still need to farm them. For the claw orbs. As mentioned before, claw orbs are one of the few orbs that you need to farm 2 of. Well, you may have to farm more if you didn't pick up one of the orb chests in some relatively hidden locations in previous areas. Which, in my first 100% run, I forgot to pick up one of the claw orb chests and... well, we had to farm 3 of them. It took forever. Chest? No chest. Alrighty, and this is where we unleash the full power of the sprite. Welcome to Dread Slime, the only boss in the game that is weak to darkness. Fun fact, the German guide for this boss indicates that this boss is weak to, well, Nocturne it says, but it's called Shade in this game. And it's true. The German guide is absolutely correct about this. But when I got here as a kid playing this game, I never leveled up Shade, so it was still level 1 or 0. So consequently, Shade basically didn't deal any damage to this thing whatsoever. Because then I leveled it up and I thought, huh, the guide is wrong. I didn't understand the concept of, well, maybe having to level up magic in order for it to punch through magic defense. Do you think a lot of people never leveled up Shade? Yeah. Plus, the slimes are actually kind of fun to fight with just weapons. Since they're one of the few bosses that don't have, like, unfair area of effect attacks, and it's relatively easy to target the exact center, so just charge up the weapon and hope you don't get caught in a corner, because if you do, good luck getting out of there. You leveled up Shade because you like it when numbers go up? Nice. I leveled up spells mostly just because I wanted to see what the next spell animation looked like. Ever since I saw how like Sylph's discs transform when you level them up to level 6, I think it is. I wanted to see, oh boy, do other spells have similar animations too? And yeah, Shade is actually alongside Undine, or more specifically, Shade is the only element that is as efficient and strong as Undine in terms of elemental damage output per relative MP cost. So, yeah. It's really good actually, for efficiency. But the problem is, at the point where you get Shade, efficiency becomes less and less of a concern, and leveling it up in order for it to actually be as strong as would be indicated might take a while. Alrighty, welcome to the Terminators. The Terminators are actually weak to Shade as well. The main problem is, animation just takes forever, so if you wanna try and go fast, yeah. Also, if they have Lucid Barrier, make sure that your AI-controlled characters do not attack them. Because otherwise they can actually override the magic damage with their physical attack, which is 0 thanks to Lucid Barrier being absorbing everything. It's a little bit awkward. Also, the werewolf for some reason have really low HP. What I think happens with their AI script, or wow, random German word in there. I think as to why they randomly just heal themselves as soon as they effectively spawn is because they have an AI script probably to heal once they drop below a certain HP threshold. And then eventually, later in the development, they decided to give them less HP than that. And they just happen to spawn with less HP than that threshold. That's my educated guess, I don't actually know how the AI script works. By the way, we're already over level 70, which means we never will kill any enemy anymore. This gives full weapon experience. Because the highest level enemy is a Terminator at level 70. See, they just kind of denied the damage right there. With their physical attack. The mud bomb when it was a big smile. Oh yeah, I love that animation. It's just great. Like, for the longest time, because I actually used Earth Slide a lot when I was a kid, and I did see that it was a smiley there. And for a long time I actually didn't realize there was a difference. I was just like, huh, suddenly I can't do anything anymore. Welcome to the Master Ninja. These guys are terrifying actually, like even at max level, best equipment, they can still one-shot you with their critical hits. One of the few enemies that actually can critically hit, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there is a Doom Sword you can access. I forgot about you. You can kill the Terminators before they bring up the shield. If you get enough crits in with high enough damage rolls. But it can be tricky at times. Oh. First chance for a bow orb. Best guard. So Best guard is actually one of these that I need to delete, because otherwise our inventory is gonna be full too quickly. Let me actually double check. The rings are fine. Headgears look fine. We do need to delete the Best guard though. Because otherwise we can't pick up all the armors. We need a vampire cape, which I'm sure we will get sooner rather than later anyways. Oh, this is going to be a useful chest, pretty much guaranteed. Either this is a claw orb, which I really hope it's a claw orb, but it's most likely going to be a fairy crown, I think. Fairy ring, right. So this is the common drop. Now we just need one more accessory at this point, and that accessory is... By the way, the fairy ring also gives you plus 5 magic power, so the sprite actually has 5 magic power in the accessory. And... helmet slot at this point again. Wait. Accessory, helmet. No armor though. Don't kill that guy. If he drops a chest, you can't pick it up. Actually, you might want to kill it anyways, just because it opens up enemy slots. As much as you've ever played this game, you don't think you ever knew you could get random orb drops. Only specifically from the enemies that exist within and outside the Mana Fortress. It doesn't have to be inside the Mana Fortress specifically. It just has to be, well, one of these enemies in particular that can drop it. So this is where I'm absolutely going to use a bunch of safe spells, because the Lucid Barrier is going to prevent me from hitting them anyways for quite a while, and this is an excellent opportunity to just train up Shade as well. Also, it kind of looks neat. No drops. Okay, there's a Whimper over here, and more Sandman. Why do I call that guy Sandman? And welcome to the last room. Do not go any further, because after this is the point of no return. Just go back. You can walk around in the room, as long as you don't step onto the teleporter in the top right, you're fine. But that's kind of the catch. You may accidentally step on it, so maybe just go back. Alrighty, welcome to the grind. We have arrived. Now, if I'm not mistaken, last time I already got like 2 weapon orbs at this point. Javelin orb from this guy, possibly. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Nope. But we do get a power suit. The power suit also gives plus 5 strength. And this is the third to last armor. So, power suit. Unfortunately, only the boy can equip it. Actually, I'm gonna switch this over here. Only the boy can equip the power suit, but it is pretty dang good, to say the least. Okay, did not eat. Single target. Shade is technically better. You don't have to worry about armor equips now. I have to worry about getting the last pieces of armor. The main concern is actually with the accessory. I just need to have the accessory slot. The other armor pieces are gonna be easy to get. Like this one here is almost certainly going to be the fairy crown, unless we get really lucky and get the boomerang early. This is the potential boomerang orb, but oh! Well! We have the boomerang orb now acquired. That is actually fulfilling our first orb requirement here. And I'm gonna make it green on the left side there. Neat. Boomerang is actually one of the nicer things to acquire while just being around here, because walking over there to the Master Ninja specifically actually is kind of slow in order to reset the entire section here. But it does work decently well, I guess, if you just get the boomerang immediately. So we only have to worry about probably just one more chest for a fairy crown. This is probably another amulet ring, but we could get a spear orb from the tsunamis here. It is an amulet ring. So this one I absolutely have to immediately delete, because we otherwise do not have enough space. This is the amulet ring, delete it. Because we need one more accessory from the Darkstalker, and I'm probably not going to remember to delete these items before I open up the chest, so I have to be careful about that. Oh, there's a chance for a whip orb, but most likely it's gonna be a fairy cloak. We still need a fairy cloak, but the whip orb would be nicer. Oh, fairy crown. Okay. That is the common drop. So we do in fact now have every single headgear or headgear piece that we wanted to acquire. There we go. And this is a headgear that gives you magic power. I'm actually gonna switch the sprite over to that. It's slightly better than the amulet helmet, but not even by much. I do keep the cockatrice helmet equipped for the lady, because petrification is pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, I don't have to kill these guys necessarily anymore over here, I just realized. Still gonna do it. So, if they use Stone Saber, there goes half the sprite's HP, and if he critically hits us with that attack, we are in big trouble. Well, I guess as long as he doesn't critically hit the entire party, we would be in big trouble. Alright, now we get... hopefully another candy. Why? We even get the rare candy. By the way, Secret of Mana had rare candies before Pokemon did. Just saying. To explain what happened there is, if you get a rare drop orb that you already have the maximum orbs of, it's a candy. So we just got a second rare boomerang orb drop. Except that we can't have any more, otherwise it turns into a javelin. That's a different story. Yeah. That is kind of funny. You gotta live. That's a lot of hours. Well, I hope you enjoyed your hours in there. I actually want a chest from them just for a regular drop, not a rare drop in this case. Hello. Good luck as always. Thank you. Was that a commentary on that I always have good luck? That's fair as well. Thank you, Kaito. I appreciate it. Ooh, chest. So we already have the fairy crown it was from this, so we just need the whip orb from the Terminators. Fairy crown. To be fair, if we need to level up like actual levels in the end, we're gonna come back to the Terminators anyway, so I don't mind getting not any drops from them for a while. That's quite fine for me. Just spear. Nope, it's not a spear. If I can walk away while the text box hasn't shown up yet, that means it's not a rare drop. Because I can only walk away while it's not an orb announcement, so to speak. Can there be traps in the chest? Technically yes, but I have too much agility for them to ever show up again. Once you have over a certain amount of agility, depending on which enemy in question, the traps can no longer show up. I think if you have 72 agility on a character, there is no enemy that will drop a chest with high enough, well, trap agility, so to speak, to ever get you anymore. Fairy crown won't fit, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, agility does play into it, which is also why if you open up a chest and you don't know whether your characters have enough agility to avoid the trap, you can either analyze it in order to avoid the trap to begin with, or alternatively what you can do just always open the chest with the boy, because he has the highest natural agility, and that's just kind of how it works. Chest number 3 from the Terminators already. Crown won't fit, that's okay. Is max level 100% too? For trap agility? I'm not sure I understand the question, to be honest. Max level character. Oh, max level character is level 99 you can have. that will be part of the deal for the 100% run here. I assume that's the question. I have specifically, by the way, kept 2 weapons at the lowest possible level. Sword at level 2 because you have to upgrade it in order to be able to fight Tropicala in the story. So otherwise the story does not progress. And the other one is the spear. The spear I will be using in order to leverage effectively all the other weapons up to a higher level in the end, in order to get them past the 8.00 barrier. Because we actually cannot naturally get any weapons past 8.00 anymore by equipping them and killing enemies with it. We have to use secondary weapons in order to level them up via shared experience at this point, because we are too high level relative to the enemies. So in case you're curious, yes, it is possible that you can no longer get all the weapons up to 8.99. In fact, it is very likely that you won't be able to do that in your traditional save file anymore, just because of how the system works. It's a bit unfortunate, but at the same time, there is no benefit if going past 8.00 with weapon levels either. So, gameplay-wise, it practically doesn't matter, it's just for completionist purposes. And W. Madoy. Madoy, feel free to correct me on how to pronounce your name if you'd like to. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime Gaming. Welcome to you. And well, glad you enjoy your stay. Happy New Year. What? No need to apologize. Welcome. And well, I hope you enjoyed your stay, and I hope you keep enjoying your stay. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. So what do we farm here besides boomerang orbs? So these Terminator enemies have whip orbs for us, and the Master Ninjas have a fairy cloak for us that we want to have. This fairy cloak is their common drop, which is kind of why it's comical that I did not get the common drop in 2 chests. I still need one. Why did you make the gnome girl small before in your run when you were grinding items? Because you can cast spells quicker when your character is small. Your character effectively has less animation frames whenever you have a character being in a pygmy state. So instead of... basically it makes your spells go off faster, as well as... it's easier to recast spells while controlling the character as well. So here, in order for me to cast spells quicker, I should Pygmy the Sprite, but because Pygmy also reduces your physical defense to 0, that would be kind of dangerous in order to, well, not die here. I'm just kind of taking a slightly suboptimal approach to just casting naturally instead. By the way, if anybody has any other questions, we have plenty of time. I can answer them all. Well, maybe. I don't know whether I can answer all of them, because maybe I don't know everything. But I will try. Another chance for a spear orb. There's actually plenty of chests so far, pretty lucky. Are there many people who actually run this category? Nope. It's only me. To my knowledge, maybe there's somebody else, but I don't know about. But effectively, to my knowledge, nobody else runs anything like this. So I also mostly came up with what 100% even includes to begin with. Are you leveling up? Let's see. Are you leveling up all the weapons on every character to maximum? Yes, that's part of the category in this scenario here. I have done a Secret of Mana 100% run without level grinding, which was a different thing entirely. But also kind of interesting, I would say. Probably more approachable as a category, to say the least. Oh, Lucent Beam. It's very rare for them to not just cast Lucid Barrier. But that was not quite expected. Merry New Year to you as well. It's delicious. Well then, I hope you had a good start into the new year and an even better continuation. Welcome back. And good morning. Another chest. Power suit. We already have one, so we don't need this one. In fact, I want to immediately delete it so we have enough space for more items for that matter. You don't need more MP. Right. Here we go. Uh-oh. Did I use Moonsaber by accident? I think I used Moonsaber. Oh. Not what I meant to do. And yes, we are farming orb drops, and we actually already got one orb, the boomerang orb from the Master Ninjas. We're actually trying to get their common drop at this point, curiously enough. We got 2 rare drops from them instead of just, well, you know, a rare and a common drop. It's a bit inconvenient, but at the same time, not the first time that happened. Last time it was the Whimpers that gave us 3 common drops, I think, before ever getting a power suit. 3 rare drops before getting a power suit. Walnut should give 99 MP. I mean, honestly, 50 is more than enough most of the time. Very crown won't fit. That's fine. Never a higher chance of death than those Master Ninjas, pretty much. Except for the very early game. Goblins killed me twice. Because I didn't pay enough attention. Alright. Spear ore, please. Oh. Nope. Another amulet ring that I need to remove immediately. Because otherwise I won't be able to get the Thieves' Glove. Well, I might not be able to get it anyways, but that's a different topic. Oh, chest from us. That is... I actually haven't kept count of this chest. Another fairy crown though. Last time you played you almost got killed by Rabbit before you got back to the village. Well, that happens. I mean, they do have a pretty aggressive attack pattern. But the nice thing is, even if you get killed by a rabbit, you actually just get mercy sent back to... Oh, there's a crit. Lady just straight up died. Those are the scary ones. But yeah, you do actually not game over in the Rabbit Forest, curiously enough. That's why they're called Rabbit, not Ragcuddle. Sure. I think I should finally set the sprite to be more aggressive. So we actually have the sprite attack too occasionally. Sprite has 4.3. Yeah, definitely the lowest weapon of them all. There's a slight cooldown until you can try to challenge again. It's like 1 minute or something. And I just get my HP back by leveling up. One of the weirdest things, by the way, once you are max level and you still need to grind for items, is that you suddenly don't get your HP back anymore occasionally. Because you're already max level anyway, so you don't get those free HP refills. It's kind of a weird thing. But you do actually notice at some point that, hey, I actually have to heal because I'm not getting healed anymore by level ups. Kind of strange. Curious how much damage that does. $139 it looks like. Oof. Half my HP gone and petrified. Terrifying these guys are. So these guys hit pretty hard. Despite me having really high defenses, they can still damage me really well. Also, fun fact about these enemies here, because they effectively use a whip-like attack, if you stand next to them, they never hit you. They only hit slightly further away from them. $940. Yeah. They're scary. Sure, I'm gonna... Wait, that's level 0, isn't it? Yeah, I never leveled up Salamanda. It might be time to go outside and start leveling up a little bit for secondary levels and weapons. Because setting these guys on fire might be useful. Which also gives me a little bit of, like, change of pace, if you will. Which definitely would be nice occasionally. Okay, we're gonna move back with this run here. Back to the entrance. We did get 1 orb, so we probably wanna save that progress, upgrade the weapon too, so we can start leveling that one up all the way. Also, I think I probably should just focus on Shade, like, exclusively in order to level it in, like, a different place, rather than trying to use it for grinding purposes. The animation's just too long. The whip was your favorite weapon once you got used to its hurt box. Yeah, it's amazing, I really like it. Alrighty, question chat. Which thing should I grind up first with the lady? Because we are going to go ahead and probably just straight up max out one of the spells. It's not gonna be one of the spells that I frequently use, like it's not gonna be Luna, because I'm still using Luna all the time anyways. But what other things should we focus on first? Because I think this time around I'm gonna just try and see what happens if we just try and straight up max out one by one every time I go outside. That way we have a bit of a change of pace occasionally too. Just from these guys. Glove, please. Nope. Get another fairy ring, which we have to delete immediately, because otherwise we do not have enough inventory space. We have no idea. Dryad, Dryad. Sure, that one. Alright, let's go with Dryad, why not? Dryad is also the longest and slowest one to max out because it has the highest MP cost, but since we have 99 MP at this point, it's not ever going to get any better, so might as well. Alrighty everybody, we're gonna go and max out Dryad as soon as we get outside. I'm not gonna initially max out Dryad with the sprite, this is going to be more or less exclusive to the lady. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm going to max out Shade with the sprite outside. I think that's my plan here. Because Shade is one of the also slower ones, and just because the attack animation is so slow and it doesn't work well against Fiend Heads since they are resistant to it, I think it just makes sense to just kind of do that one separately. Might as well. Shapeshifters have more HP than werewolves, by the way, despite being way earlier enemies. We love Shade for the 8.99 Dark Force animation. If you remind me, we can just kind of straight up take a look at all the 8.99 animations too. They're pretty easy to get once you have maxed it out. And yeah, shade. Honestly, I really like most of the 8.99 animations. I think they can be great. Alrighty, we have another Mastered Ninja chest over here. Let's see what's in there. Nope. Wait, that's actually a good thing, isn't it? Fairy Cloak. I think... yeah, I needed that one still. We haven't gotten any Vampire Cloaks yet, but... Fairy Cloak is the highest defense equipment piece that we can give the sprite right now. Which also, if I'm not mistaken, gives +5 intelligence. This time we delete the Vest Guard, otherwise we won't have enough inventory space for the last item, the Vampire Cape. The Vampire Cape is a common drop from the Fiend Head, so we should be able to get it sooner rather than later. Because we need 2 axe drops from the Fiend's Head too. Don't use change form on Dark Lich. I actually don't know whether that works on lower levels too. It just crashes the game on high levels. Again, if somebody reminds me, actually it's gonna be really long from now, but if somebody reminds me, I can make a save state with the SNES Mini, and then we can just kind of showcase the amazing case of 8.99. Maybe I should finish the game first, because I don't know whether it could affect or corrupt the ROM or something. Oh, another chest. Let's see. Can already move, so it's a power suit. Again. Which, to be fair, that's the expected thing to get. Nothing to worry about. From these guys, we do want the rare drop. Specifically, the fairy. The Thieves' Glove is the rare drop that we want from the Darkstalkers. And we have a chest. That is chest number 4 or something from them. And we get chocolate. That won't fit that face. Come on. Just checking whether there's a chest because I can't see it otherwise. Also, this is the only basilisk in here, so technically you can still get the cockatrice cap. But respawning that guy, really slow. Don't recommend. If you try to do like a similar run as I do, you probably want to get that one earlier. Unless you're feeling really lucky. Which is always technically possible. You could make a segmented run. No chest from these two. Hi and goodbye. There's also National Scar. I guess National Scars are not as rare as the others. Still kind of rare. Hello. Always focus on the Wolf Lords if you can get more of them, because, well, we do need 2 orb drops from them. By the way, I'd like to point out there's exactly 2 orbs missing to have all of the orbs before the Mana Fortress. And there is 2 bosses in this game that do not drop any weapon orbs. And those are Buffy and Dread Slime, the 2 bosses inside the Mana Fortress. And I can actually probably tell you with reasonable certainty as to why. Because if you were to get all the weapon orb drops, let's say Dread Slime drops the axe orbs, if you were to get by chance the axe orbs, or the previous axe orb from the Dread Slime. Not the Dread Slime, from the Fiend Head twice, and then Red Slime is trying to give you another Axe Orb, the game actually soft locks. If the game tries to give you an orb from a boss end event, and it can't give you any more because you already have too many, nothing happens. You will soft lock the game and you can no longer continue. So it's probably a good thing that they don't drop orbs, so that unfortunate circumstance never happened to anybody. But it also means we kind of have to farm 2 of the more annoying orbs in here. There is actually 2 backup chests. One of them contains an Axe Orb, curiously enough, that we could technically get if we were to be allowed to use glitches. And those glitches would be kind of interesting, I would say, because we wouldn't have to farm any Axe Orbs anymore. Since we could go through the wall in the underground, there is an unused room that actually is a mirror of the room from where the rebels are inside and what? You know, the one that I briefly visited to upgrade my weapons. There's a mirror room in the monster version of that section and area that contains 2 chests. My guess is that they accidentally placed those chests inside the mirror rooms rather than the actual rooms where you can access them. So you never get the chests. Just pretty unfortunate. Take care, I hope you rest well, good night, have a good first sleep of the year, and until next time. Thank you for dropping by. I'm actually gonna reset this because I wanna get the crabs. Then again, the crabs are actually pretty easy to farm since there is one place where we wanna farm Fiend Heads for chest, and that is actually right here. This Fiend right here is the best one, in my opinion, or knowledge to farm for item drops. And this is my least favorite for a multiple sort of reasons. One, it has over 1000 HP, so no matter how much damage you do, you will never one-shot it. So you always need 2 separate hits. 2, while it is in its getting hurt animation, it can no longer be hurt by more physical attacks, so you have to either cast a spell on it in order to follow up, or alternatively, you have to just wait, and the more damage you deal with the first swing, like the larger the number is, the longer the guy is in the hit stun animation, up to like, I don't know, 15-20 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous. And then you also have to farm that guy twice. And the music keeps resetting when you keep going in and out of the mana fortress. It's terrible. By the way, I was kind of alluding to something earlier, but here's a little fun fact. We can upgrade the Shuriken to the Ninja Star, or Trump I suppose. Either way, if we were to upgrade this thing again, somehow, the game does not let us right now, but if we could upgrade the Boomerang again somehow, it would turn into Javelin. Because that is the next upgrade in line in the game's memory, and if it somehow allows you to do that, it would be kind of funny. So, there is a very strange glitch that nobody really investigated in any capacity, but the short version of it is, during Spring Break, in one of my 1-player 2-controller speedruns, quite a long time ago at this point, I randomly had an upgraded Boomerang weapon, without ever upgrading the Boomerang. It was still technically level 1, but it's the level 2 version. And it has something to do with the sound effect that plays when you hit the Spring Beak at a very specific height, and then it tries to do something with that sound effect. Actually, HHS from the TAS Videos forums has in fact kind of sort of investigated that one, but I have to admit I don't really exactly understand it. Either way, that's how I at some point had just kind of randomly an upgraded boomerang in my inventory, and I was kind of curious, okay, if I farm the boomerang orb from the Mana Fortress and get one more orb than I would otherwise have, what would happen? That was actually literally the first time I ever farmed for the boomerang orb in the Mana Fortress in any of my 8 playthroughs ever. Oh, hang on, I'm a doofus. I forgot that we wanna go and level up Dryad. Maybe we get a friendly stalker chest in the meantime, that would be nice of you. Chocolate. I mean, that's kind of friendly, I guess. Either way, I ended up farming out all the boomerangs, and fun fact, I forgot to pick up the boomerang chest, so I had to farm out one more boomerang than technically necessary. But I upgraded my boomerang successfully into a javelin. It was kind of fun. And then I think Crow also figured out that if you manage to somehow do this to the javelin and upgrade the javelin one more, you get a very strange weapon named Rabbite's Head. Because technically every enemy in the game has a weapon equipped, and that weapon that the Rabbite has equipped is called Rabbite's Head. And you could technically equip it and it has really strange effects. Crow actually investigated that a little bit. We've never managed to glitch that into our inventory intentionally, but through hacks, just kind of experimenting what it would do was kind of interesting. Alrighty, welcome to our grinding rounds. The reason why we're here is because this allows the sprite and the lady to level up at the same time. I forgot. So here's an annoying part. If I give the sprite the fairy cloak, you can no longer pick me the sprite because it gives you immunity to that status effect, which is actually very inconvenient. Oh wait, it's not the cloak, is it? The cloak is fine, the crown is not good. Or is it the fairy's ring? One of them gives you immunity. Ah, it's the fairy's ring that gives you immunity to Mini. So you can keep the crown. So I need to give you something else. Ah, you get the Pre-Watcher's ring, why not? Alrighty, now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start leveling up spells. And the sprite can easily recover MP via... Oh, actually, I need to... Oh, don't kill it. I'm a doofus. I'm gonna kill it. So I actually need to do something weird. There's actually a maximum range that the wall spell or the wall shield can bounce spells at. So in order for me to cast spells on a target, repeatedly, I need to have the boy far enough away from the target so I can just keep casting wall on him without it bouncing over. So this is a problem. This is the boy being too close to the spider legs enemy. So this might work. It's kind of a weirdly specific setup. Yeah, there. The boy is now far enough away from the spider leg enemies. We can still target it, but I can just keep spamming the wall spell on the boy. I guess I can technically... So leveling up Dark Force just makes more sense, because it is a more efficient spell. But yeah. And hey Royal Blue, how is Hyundai going? Quite fine. we just started our first spell leveling session, which is going to take quite a long time, because you get 9 spell experience from level 0 to level 1. You get 8 spell experience from level 1 to level 2. You get 7 from the next level, etc. It just kind of keeps going that way. And what this means is that from level 8 to 8.99, we do, as a matter of fact, require 99 spell casts. Now, those are just not any 99 spell casts, however. Starting from level 8.00, you have a very small chance initially to get the fancy spell animation. And if I'm not mistaken, by level 8.99 you effectively have a 50% chance to proc these fancy spell animations. And the biggest problem about the fancy spell animations, as nice as they look, they are in Seiken Densetsu 3, or also known as Trials of Mana, where while the spell animation plays, you can't do anything else. So this means as soon as I get that animation on the sprite, we can't do anything else, and I will not be able to change spells together anymore, and the spider legs is going to die over there. But this is not a problem until we level up Shade up to 8.99. You do like the Shadow Zero Rush? Yes, I agree. Hello, welcome to Yonnem. I hope you're doing well. You had to start a 100% run of your favorite game too? Nice. Well, I hope you have a good time. Enjoy your stay and good luck with your run. Whatever game you may have picked. If it involves a lot of lucky, well, I hope you have all of it. My English might not be that great, because a lot of lucky is kind of a weird thing to put it. You're actually lurking here for the start? I see. Well then, I hope you enjoy your lurk. By the way, I think I saved probably about 2 or 3 hours compared to my first run in my previous run by leveling up the sprite and the lady spells simultaneously, rather than just kind of individually. So I do think, generally speaking, this is probably a better place to level up spells than in the Wind Palace, if you plan on getting everything up to 8.99. And I think we have just reached level 8 in Shade at this point. Nope. It was Dryad that leveled up. Right, also the sprite has at this point probably murdered that poor spider leg 7 times over. Probably a lot more than that. Blind Umpire, thank you. Thank you very much for the 202 bits. Welcome to the new year. I hope you have a happy new year as well. Thank you so much. Alright. That is Dryad up to level 3. Dark Force is probably soon to reach level 8 at this point. And while I just kind of need to buy Fairy Walnut, use them up, etc., because I can level up both characters at the same time for, well, their items. For their things, at least. I do think this is kind of decently efficient. You're still 4 hours and 11 minutes away from a new year. I see. Well then, it's looking quite okay over here so far, so I hope you have a good transition, whatever that means. Alrighty, should be able to just do this. And we continue. Actually, at this point I probably wanna be... well, no, we haven't... no, it's fine. No, we can still use Dark Force, this is fine. I think I maybe should update the bot message, because it's a more present thing now rather than in the future, I guess. Just keep it for next year. I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily update the message, I guess. We don't have enough MP to do more here, so here you go, lady. We haven't seen SNES speedrun of Secret of Mana in years. There's actually been a few new runners lately for one player 2 controller if you'd like to check them out. I have to admit, I do not remember the names, but they're... I'm not even third anymore on the leaderboards. I'm kinda far behind at this point. It's been that long since I last played the game. Happy New Year, Ultrabald. Thank you. I hope you have a Happy New Year as well. Okay, I'm starting to get concerned that my Dark Force is not leveling. Nope, it's just 2 points away. 2 points away by the time I finally check. Okay, we now have Dark Force level 8. From here on out, it is always possible to get the fancy Dark Force animation. We just hope that we don't get any anytime soon. In fact, the only animation I want to see is from level 8.98 to 8.99. But that's not gonna happen. There it is. There is the level 8 animation. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, technically, even though it says Dark Force level 8, it actually is the exact same damage as Dark Force level 7. Unless it specifically plays the fancy animation. That is when you know the Dark Force actually plays the special animation. That is when, well, you actually get the additional damage too. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're actually just going to continue the exact same thing, except that I'm going to just spam Dispel Magic here. Because with Dispel Magic, the animation is significantly shorter in case we get the fancy animation, even though the MP cost is literally double. Thanks to me simultaneously leveling up this spell with the lady, it actually coincides decently well with what we are trying to achieve here. Here. So this actually works surprisingly well here. I think the last speedrun you saw of Secret of Mana was 7 Sins speedrunning the Steam port. Interesting. That version actually has some interesting tricks of its own. Kind of an interesting run. Okay, that was the fancy level 8 animation right there. And yeah, there's quite a few new players, new and old even actually, that are above me in the Secret of Mana leaderboards. But that's just kind of the nature of the beast when you haven't played the game in a long time. People are going to get better and eventually overtake you if you just stand still. I do kind of hope that sometime I'm gonna be over my burnout for speedrunning this game. Like serious speedrunning this game. This is more of a fun challenge run. So there's that. Right, the sprite is out of magic. The lady is gonna be out of magic soon as well. And we're gonna go back. Does the Secret of Mana remake still crash at every unexpected moment? I don't think it does. I feel like they fixed that probably. But the thing is, for the speedrun you do actually run the older version, which still does crash, if I'm not mistaken. Because they patched also some things out of it that were quite useful. Alright. And the grind continues. There's already a fancy spell animation there, that's kind of neat. Oh, right. I need to... Wrong character. That's interesting that it keeps landing on the character on the right there for the wall bounce. I didn't realize that it was deterministic like that. Fancy this spell animation. You always level in the uplands because you're too cheap. I mean, upperlands is very efficient. It's just... if you also try to level up the sprite at the same time, then it's more efficient if both characters can cast spells at the same time. And from the healing point in the upper lands to the rabbits, or the silktails I guess, you just have a significantly larger, well, duration to go. Like it's it's 2 screens, 2 full screens, well, more like 3 screens that you need to traverse in order to get to any enemies to be able to cast spells. Like it's great for exclusively leveling up the lady spells. That's kind of perfect for it. Starting to get the fancy spell animation very frequently here. So I should probably sometime soon check on how far we are with that animation, with that leveling. I could double absorb here, but this would almost certainly go over the maximum. And in the previous section I didn't mind, just kind of not worrying about it, but here it would be more of a significant breach of the technicality, if you will, for glitchless runs. Actually, just give both characters a fairy walnut here. That's interesting. From this position it seems to be random who is going to get the wall shield. But from the previous position on the left, it always was the guy on the right that got the wall shield. Very curious. By the way, on a mildly random note, shout out to Crow, who first introduced this concept of leveling spells to me in this specific area right here. Because I didn't consider it before I saw him do it for an earlier run or version of the Secret of Mana one controller route. Alrighty, let me check how far is Shade. Shade needs 24 more spell casts, which actually is almost precisely 96. Yeah, it's 96 mana used. So one full mana bar of the sprite is actually going to get us to maximum Shade level right here. Then I need to consider what to level with the sprite afterwards, I guess. Another advantage of leveling here instead of at the Upper Lands Wind Shrine is that I don't have to pick me my cactus every time again. Because the spell casting is quicker when your cactus is pygmid. More specifically, more extremely, the spell recovery animation is significantly shortened. Also, I think... Oh yeah, actually, I just realized another thing what I did last time. Last time what I did is I kind of synchronized level 8 leveling with both the sprite and the lady. Because occasionally two fancy spell animations would overlap, and since only... well, we would only lose a set amount of time from the fancier spell animation, so to speak. It would effectively just be more efficient that way. So I think I should aim to level up the last well, always the last set with both characters at the same time, which basically almost guarantees a fancy animation every single time from one of the other characters. But because there is going to be significant overlap, we actually lose a lot less time in general. Just curious whether I can even do that with Dryad at all, or whether that is not necessarily an option anyways. In fact, thinking about it, Shade is probably literally the only option where I can possibly do that. Isn't it? Alrighty, we should have now max level Shade on the sprite. Indeed, we have maxed that out. Let me mark that on my long to-do list. Alrighty, that one is complete. Oof, gonna take a while, but I didn't know that coming in. So, I'm just gonna finish using up all MP for Dryad here, because this was the main goal anyways. I could technically try to do the long range shenanigans in order for the sprite to continue leveling something, but that would be a lot of work. I think we're going to the Wind Palace after this. Also, as soon as I'm done leveling here, I'm going to take another break because we have reached 10 hours. How long will the leveling still take? Well, as soon as we hit level 8 on Dryad, which hopefully is not going to take that much longer, we need another 99 spellcasts, which is basically 594 MP used. So that is a grand total of 6 MP refills once we reach level 8. We haven't reached level 8. There it is. Alright. Actually, that's kind of perfect. Where did the sprite go? Sprite was just hidden. Sprite is still here. Not glitching them into vacation yet. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do this at all this run. At least I don't plan to intentionally. Can't really think of a circumstance where it could accidentally happen at this point. The snowman production, that is. Yeah, I think this is somewhere around here. There it is. Alrighty, so here, this is one of a lot of people's favorite spot to level up the sprite. And level up the magic of the lady for a good reason. So, quick note. In this area here, we have our weapons drawn. It doesn't look like it, but you can attack. Oh, it just has the claw equipped, and pygmy cactus don't look like they have weapons. But the short version is here. As soon as I talk to this guy, they have their weapons drawn. And the reason why that's relevant is because in here we get full magic experience. If you cast spells with the lady in another place where you do not have your weapons out, you only get half the magic experience, and as a matter of fact, you do not get any magic experience whatsoever if you are past level 8 at this point, since it is halved and rounded down. And since we only get one magic weapon experience or magic experience per spell cast, 0.5 is rounded down to 0. So that's kind of the main point here, I suppose. But as I have just kind of earlier concluded, we need a full 6 mana bars, or, well, MP refills if you will. Here's our first fancy level 8 animation for Dryad for the lady. And they will become a lot more frequent the closer we get to 0.99. Oh, wait, that's not how it works. Wait a second. I only get 15, 16 spell casts in per full mana bar because it doesn't round. Yeah. I actually need slightly more than 6 full mana refills. Because we lose 3 mana or 3 mana every time, effectively. Rounding problems. Happy New Year, Looney Cloud. I hope you're having a good time. And thank you for being around. It's only 2 AM, but I'm already yawning. Oh. This is gonna take a while, but that's traditional. Strides / Red 13's grandfather restoring our magic. I should play Final Fantasy VII sometime, shouldn't I? Oh, Sprite is what I mean. I thought Sprite was another character I'm just not aware of. Alright, that is the 3rd mana bar emptied, I think. Oops. Just 3 more. And then some change. The item grind in the Pure Lands put you to sleep for about an hour. The music's just too relaxing. Well, relaxing is nice. You've never played it? I have played Final Fantasy VII. I think when it was originally released on Steam, I did end up getting it. That was a long time ago at this point, actually. Because it was one of these games that always intrigued me to play it sometime, but when I ended up actually playing it, I got to... oh, where was that? I think I literally just got to the end of the first big city. You know where the beginning part plays in? Midgar? Probably. I just got towards the end. I don't think I even got out of it. So effectively, there's probably a lot of game left for me to play that I have not seen yet. Which, to be fair, at this point I have seen many bits of pieces of Final Fantasy VII. It's really difficult to avoid the part where Sephiroth just kind of knocks out Ares. Because internet memes. Stuff like that. But for the most part I actually don't really know what comes in between, before, after, or what the general story even is with Sephiroth, etc. You would love to watch me play Final Fantasy VII? Final Fantasy VII is your favorite game of all time? Well, I'm sure I'm gonna play it someday. Spoilers! Actually, I'm sorry if it was actually a spoiler. That makes it weirdly easy to avoid other spoilers about Final Fantasy VII. You know, that is actually a very good argument, Jade Ghoul. It's true, I barely know anything else. I know Gold Saucer, and you can have Barret on it, and it seems to be rather awkward. I just know that from the speedrun stuff being a thing. For charity, mostly. I think that was Mana Bar number 5. So much discourse about that one thing that people never spoil other major plot stuff, right? I mean, I have watched like bits and pieces of the speedrun, just never really the whole thing, because I never played the game. You know, it's not a popular opinion, but for you, Final Fantasy VII only becomes fun after Midgar. Yeah, honestly, I do not know why I didn't continue playing. I guess it just didn't hook me at the time. I mean, it is entirely possible that I would have been more intrigued if I just continued playing after that. The funny thing is that Germany, in the game's case, would spoil you on Aerith. Like, on the box of the game, or what do you mean? The noun grammar. That took me a second. Ah, minds go into interesting places sometimes, I like that. So it is like 3 or 4 more spell casts after this. I'm too lazy to figure out in my head how many. Let me just double check, but we're almost done with Dryad, everybody. 3 it is. The backside had a picture of Cloud putting Aerith to rest. Oh yeah, that would be a pretty big spoiler, huh? Well then again, it could be like ambiguous. Sometimes games and things kind of like to draw the attention to one thing and then play it entirely differently. Okay everybody, Dryad has been fully leveled up for the lady. We have done 1 of the 7 spell schools of each of the characters at this point. And now we go back into the Mana Fortress, but before that we take a break. Because it's been more than 2 hours at this point again. I would like to just get up, walk around for a few minutes. Let's say we come back at 10:17, 10:18 on the clock. And then we try and get some more orbs in the thing. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and be right back.